Good morning, Mrs. Williams.
Good morning, sir.
How'd you do last night?
Wait, talking or sleeping?
Sleeping.
Great. So good.
Why is that?
Because I like to fall asleep to Bachelor Paradise.
And?
And what?
Water?
And water, yeah.
Because I think...
We have no shortage of water right now.
If I would have driven any further, I think we'd be in the lake.
Yeah, I don't know where you were trying to go last night, but I'm glad we didn't go that far. It's a big lake.
Yeah. All right, we are just parked right on the edge of Lake Erie, somewhere in New York, and we've seen some pretty weird stuff on the road, but I think this is probably one of the weirder things we've seen, and it happens to be a porta potty, so I'm gonna go show you. This is one of the most complicated, over-thought out porta potties I've ever seen. So we got, you know, the mirror, the hand washing station, urinal, foot pump, but then there's this. Okay, lift this up, and then apparently somebody was using this before, but there's some sort of conveyor belt, and what you have to do is grab this little knobby thing here, and so it sprays it and moves it, but then you got to touch this thing right here that everybody else has been, you know, pooping right next to. So I don't know, man. Some weird stuff out here, weird stuff. But it does have a place to put your beer, so that's cool, I guess.
What's up, Mr. Williams?
Just, you know, driving.
So you want to tell everybody where we were going and what happened?
Well, we were going to Niagara Falls. We were going to do some hiking and whatnot, but there was a toll on the bridge, and there was two options. You could either do Easy Pass, or they will mail you a bill. And from what I gather, going at 65 miles an hour or so, reading the signs, is that you need to call a number, you give them your information, and then they mail you a bill for the $1 toll. So we turned around.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's a $1 toll. All right, let's say it's $2 because we got to go back across. And then they're going to mail us something to San Diego, and we're not going to be there until after around Thanksgiving. And then I see this happening is we don't pay the bill within 2 weeks or whatever. Next thing you know, we got a bill for $280 for a $2 toll. So unfortunately, we did not see Niagara Falls, but all is not lost because we had the best buffalo wings in Buffalo, and we're on our way to Vermont.
Woo!
Yeah, so, sorry Niagara.
Sorry, Niagara.
It's been nice.
We'll see you later, maybe never.
Yeah.
Bye.
What do you think?
It's a covered bridge. You told me about these, and I'm really excited about it.
You know why they don't really use them too much anymore?
Why?
You know why they never really worked?
Why?
Is because in the winter, right? What happens in the winter?
It snows.
And then does the snow get on the bridge?
Probably.
No, it doesn't, because it's covered, right?
Oh yeah.
So in the olden days when they had horses and sleds, right? So the sleds would be going along with the horses.
Okay.
And then they'd get to this thing, and the sled wouldn't be able to pass.
Oh shit.
So that's why they don't really use them anymore.
No kidding.
Yeah. So there aren't too many of them around.
This is so cool.
You can just smell the old.
It's almost 200 years old.
Yeah.
That's pretty old.
That's pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
So, so we're in Vermont today.
Yes.
And so we skipped Niagara.
Yes.
And we're in Vermont.
Yes.
And we're going where now?
We're going to Westminster, Massachusetts.
Okay, and what's in Westminster, Massachusetts?
Stick Figure and Coco the tour dog.
All right.
We're gonna go see Stick Figure, Fortunate Youth, and somebody else.
Of Good Nature?
Of Good Nature.
Yep.
Thank you.
Wachusett.
Wachusett Brewing Company.
Yeah.
So we're gonna drink Coconut IPA.
Excellent.
And yeah, so we're headed there because we bailed on the Niagara Bridge, and my camp out that I was supposed to be speaking at today got canceled, so we didn't even consider this concert. And then when the thing got canceled, we're like, oh, we'll go to Niagara. And then when we didn't want to pay the toll to Niagara, we're like, let's go to the concert. So we gotta go.
Yeah. So here we are
Here we are.
in Westminster, Massachusetts.
I'm learning how to talk like I'm from here.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore the R's, he says.
Yeah, they don't
Throw them
exist.
out the window.
No. So right now it's raining out.
Yeah.
The first band is on at the Wachusett Brewery 25th anniversary concert, and we're sitting here drinking Dogfish Head,
Yep.
waiting for the rain to pass.
Jamming in the van.
Yeah. So everybody else was out here earlier, kind of tailgating and whatnot. They're all standing in the rain right now, but we had enough foresight to actually look at the radar,
Yep.
and we knew rain was coming. So fortunately, we live in our van,
Yes, we do.
so we can have a little party in the van.
That's right.
Wait for this to pass over, and then the forecast for the rest of the day is supposed to be just ducky.
Ducky, he says.
Yeah. So, yeah, there we are
Here we are
in the van.
in the van.
How's it going there, Sydney?
It's good. These little fuckers. Hi, Doggo. This is the best.
I wonder if they know any Sabbath.
Probably.
Okay. What you think?
I love lighthouses. And I love Maine. I love all of it.
Lobster?
Lobster.
Uh-huh.
I love Duncan. Can we get Duncan on the way home?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're good.
If I'm good?
Yeah.
If I get some Zoom pictures, I can get Duncan?
Yeah.
Wow, this is insane.
So your first New England lighthouse,
Yes. I'm such a fan.
the Nubble Lighthouse.
Nubble Lighthouse. I got lots of great pics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking Right out.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is worth waking up early for.
Yeah.
Quintessential New England.
Excellent. Yes. Just
Now
soak it
what?
all in.
Soaking it in.
Yeah, well, celebrate with some Dunkins.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we'll pick up our shoes.
Yeah.
And then we'll go see some more lighthouses.
Lighthouses.
And lobster rolls.
Lobster rolls.
Hey.
I'm buying parking. We're at Fort Williams.
Damn straight we are.
Fort of our people.
Yeah. Fort Williams.
We're on what? Strout Circle? Captain Strout
Captain
Circle?
Strout. Yeah, Captain Strout. Oddly enough.
Oddly enough.
And then we're going to see the oldest lighthouse in Maine.
Yep.
And the most photographed lighthouse in America.
Oh, I need to get my camera.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
have your keys?
Maybe.
Can I use them?
Yeah. Tell me about your call with your publisher.
So last week or the week before last, I said I want to cancel my contract because they were telling me that I couldn't talk about my rapist, and I couldn't talk about my coach, and I couldn't talk about some of the decisions I made after my assault before I got help from you and myself. I told them I was done, and so they were like, well, hold the phone. They sent in Pam. I got my fingers crossed that Pam's going to be the savior of this project. She said she was going to take my manuscript home over the weekend and we talk on Monday morning, and then Monday morning rolled around and no Pam. So I called her yesterday and the day before and sent her an email this morning and was like, hey Pam, hope everything's okay. Haven't heard from you. Turns out Pam was sick. Pam's one of the ladies like myself who never gets sick, and when she gets sick it just comes out of nowhere and it clobbers her, so that happened. But they gave her extra time to read my manuscript, so she loved it and she thinks it's a great book, which is probably her job to say because she's the sales lady. But she's going to bat for me, and she understands the context around the comments about the rapist and how I need to be able to write this in the way that I'm writing it so I can help women and survivors everywhere expand the definition of sexual assault so they can realize that you can be assaulted by somebody that you know. So she's going to bat. She's talking to the head lady that's the director of content evaluations at this company. And she's going to tell her why it needs to be written this way and see if that's okay. And if it is, then we can move forward from there. So it sounds like I might be getting exactly what I want as far as being able to write this the way I want to write it. So good news all around until it's not. So she said that the lady that she's talking to works in the same building. She saw her. She's there today. She's usually pretty quick to respond. So she said I should hear back within 24 to 48 hours. And then we'll go from there. We'll see what next steps are.
All right.
So here we have it.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Next steps, we go look at more lighthouses.
That's right. We're going to Lighthouse Town.
Oh, look at they got
rolls.
fresh lobster rolls at the lighthouse.
I feel like that's probably going to need to happen.
Yeah, but see, that place is like the Dirty Dog equivalent of lobster rolls.
That's fair.
We need to go on a dock and eat a lobster roll.
That's true.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go see this lighthouse.
All right. This is the oldest lighthouse in Maine. It was commissioned by George Washington in 1790 and manned in 1791, so that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Maine.
Fourth grade me is so stoked right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Metallica song?
Battery, battery. Did I get it right?
Something like that. Next time on Williams in the Wild. What you wearing there, Sydney?
Oh, you know, I'm a little bean flannel.
Excellent. How many pieces of flannel did you try on today?
All of them.
Excellent.
Every
Yes,
color,
I know.
every style. Thank you for being such a patient husband.
And I get husband of the year again.
Again. Almost 7 years running.
7 years running, yeah, just winning.